There are major strides being made to treat Alzheimer's and Parkinson's disease, and we have exciting news today. We are joined by Howard Berman. Thank you so much for joining us today. He's actually from Houston-based Coya Therapeutics, who are leading the fight against neurodegenerative, autoimmune, and metabolic diseases. So let's go ahead and start off first, because you have a very personal story behind Coya.
Yes, my father, who was a triple board certified physician, brilliant man. Unfortunately, he started to show signs of cognitive loss, and that was translated into a dementia, a form of dementia. So I was able to pull some connections and strings to get him in to see the world's leading expert here at Houston Methodist, which we're very fortunate to have found. And through that relationship with Houston Methodist, Dr. Stan Appel, he asked me to come and meet him a week later because he had some remarkable breakthroughs. And I saw some of the clinical data that he had generated in neurodegenerative diseases, and I was blown away. So he asked me, was I interested in helping him start a company and to help commercialize and bring this to patients? And I said, absolutely. Now, fast forward about 3 years later, after we had founded the company, we went public on NASDAQ. We just rang the bell last week. But the week that we went public, which was about 4 months ago, my father passed away. And so it was a full circle, but I know that he's up there and he's watching us, really trying to relieve the burden of the patients and also the family and the caregivers, because it's a terrible disease.
So can you share with us how big of a problem neurodegenerative diseases are in America?
It's a horrific problem because the biggest risk factor for dementia is aging. And as we all get older and life expectancy is increasing, we all have a higher risk of getting a dementia. So it's only going to get worse. The treatments out there are not very good, and the ones that are just gotten approved have side effects and toxicities that can sometimes be very difficult. So having a treatment which is a simple to administer treatment that can potentially slow, stop, or even improve may be a groundbreaking treatment.
So let's go ahead and expound on that. Your research, tell us a little more about that.
Right. So it's very important to understand that inflammation is a key driver of neurodegenerative diseases. And we have been at the forefront to show that a type of cell called the regulatory T cell, the Treg, which controls inflammation, is compromised, it's dysfunctional in these diseases. And so we've shown now by being able to enhance these Tregs through a simple injection, by ramping them up, we can either slow or stop the inflammation and thus ameliorate or relieve the condition. And we've run a phase 1 study in Alzheimer's disease, and we've run a trial in ALS, terrible disease, and we actually stopped progression in our trial there.
Wow, that is amazing news. Okay, we just have like 10 more seconds. Can you give us a place we can go to find some more information?
Yes, our website is Coya Therapeutics, COYA Therapeutics.com. And we've got a lot of information there that people can view and see what we're doing.
Well, thank you so much for all of the work and the investments you're making into helping those, especially us caregivers, when we're dealing with family members with dementia.
Thank you. This is a very meaningful purpose. We are doing everything we can to bring this to patients, and hopefully we can be successful.